It's a revolution. It's a revolution that has begun, where esotericism is going to be exposed to the public. Humanity is going through some form of, initiate thing, some sort of initiation process. It's a progress too, and people will keep waking up. They'll keep understanding about the machines, and also, they'll wake up and discover that the human body is more than a physical thing. It's way more than a physical thing. That is the sign of the horns. Rock and roll, Ozzy Osbourne. Do it, Ozzy. Bite his freaking head off, It's a subtle thing for rock and rollers to basically go through, party, play this heavy metal, but they don't know, like, the mainstream doesn't know what the music's about. The music's about this revolution, the human revolution, play the song In the End by Black Veil Brides, and look at the release date of the song, and he's talking about humanity. He's the lead singer of Black Veil Brides. He's singing about humanity after the apocalyptic 2012. It's like, where would you be? It's like, will they celebrate your life? Will they celebrate your life as a god? Or will they celebrate your life with what you know? Will they celebrate? Once it's poetic, it's very, very poetic. You look at the release date, 2012. At the end of 2012, it's really it was really the mark at the end of the fourth era. And it's no coincidence that people think that the apocalypse is truly happening, because it possibly is. But the apocalypse happens at the end of every Mayan era. There was actually a time where the Hindus believed that the Kali Yuga would happen, the end of the world. Along with the apocalypse in the Christian Bible, they thought it was all going to happen. Well, not now. Apocalypse is over. We can rise above. We can become Helios. We can become the figurative healer. Figurative Helios for us. Eos for us. Venus. That's where all the goddesses came from. That the goddess, is from Venus. And it's happening. It's a revolution. It's always going to be a revolution. It's where everything belongs. We are out of this apocalypse. And then it goes along with the ancient Egyptian proverb, all is yet to be revealed. All will be revealed in the end. And that's what the apocalypse is. Because the Kali Yuga was either the end of, probably the end of the third Mayan era, or possibly the end of the fourth, And when you come to the end, when we're all dead, and it's the end of the fifth era of humanity, people are going to think this Kali Yuga's going to happen, this apocalypse is going to happen once again. It's going to, ever since Y2K, because ever since everybody's been chirping out about Y2K, is all because of the Mayan prophecy of the end of the fourth era. Why is everybody so scared that the world is ending? And just like filling up this bullshit story of the apocalypse while the apocalypse happened. Apocalypse really means revealing. Something that's revealed in the end. That's the ancient Egyptian proverb. In the end, everything will be revealed. It was an ancient mystic saying back in Egypt. And go back to the song by Black Veil Brides called In the End. It's the song that every hip teenager is listening to nowadays. And it really means in the end. It's a mystic revelation. What's in the music video? What is in the music video? A prophet dies at the beginning, a priestess. or you, representing you, the old self, the ego, dying, having a funeral, and just basically celebrating your life. What will they remember you for? You know, it's very, very provocative, and a lot of, mystics are going to go insane, especially the ones that work with angel forces and all that. They're going to go insane. They think it's the end of the world. And they look at, satanic stuff like that and think, oh, and prophesize it as evil. No, this song was written as the last song of one of the last songs of the Fourth Era. Humanity always has art and music, and guess who the god of music was back a long, long time ago? It was Pan. Pan was the pagan god of music, of the flute. He'd always play the flute. And yet, when the Spanish Inquisition came, they bastardized the flute player. The most innocent one of the crowd, the flute player. And the biggest revelation that we are yet to learn is that there is no devil. There's only mysticism and suppression. People are going to realize that there's suppression and then there's growth. Growth and suppression, and that's it. No God or devil, but growth and suppression. There's no devil or God, but growth and procession. The axial procession. The serpent of light. Myrrh, serpent of light, mixed with Kaaba. Spirit and soul. A lot of mystics get this wrong. Go to your mystic shop and you'll see a whole bunch of training manuals to get with God and Jesus. It's like that's only a small little portion of what mysticism can do for you. You got to think about not this one God. You got to think about 5,000 others. You got to think about the yoga, the practitioner. That's why I think that, personally, New Age mystic shops are complete bullshit because it only has the smallest portion of actual spiritual procession in this world. It's growing. And it's hard to keep, and as for the spirit shops, it's hard to keep up for them because they only focus really on one god most of the time. When everybody else, every other guru in the world is probably focusing on every god. Or specific gods. You got to think about the variable. There's always going to be growth and adaptation as well. It's always going to be like that. We got to go forward. And like I said, it's the new golden age. This is the fifth era. You got to stop getting scared over the apocalypse, because apocalypse just means new beginning. New beginning, not an end. The old ways are dying. The Catholic ways, even probably the pagan ways, we're going into science now. It's the new ways. That's not Catholic or pagan or anything else. But of course they're going to revitalize everything for new age belief, Of course, because, even the pagans pretended that they were innocent around other Catholics back in the day because they didn't want to freaking hang. The biggest event of this new golden age is to expose the religion that killed so many people. Scientists, alchemists, astrologers, locked up Galileo, all for suppression. And that's the hardest truth everybody's going to learn in this new golden age, is that their Christian gospel is really suppression of science. And despite what the Catholic priests desperately believe, Satan is just a figure of speech for everything that was suppressed. That's why Satan is becoming so popular in America right now. They have a satanic monument in Arkansas. All because it's activism. Because all it represents is suppressed science, suppressed astrology, suppressed shamanism, suppressed soul. The soul of self that was suppressed by religionites for many, many years. Many, many people died. And the cold hard fact is that the devil doesn't exist either. And in this sad, sad world, the devil becomes a figure of speech for science and provocative astrology and mysticism and all that. That's the sad part about all of this, about the whole new golden age. The whole new golden age. That's the saddest part. And we are going to the new golden age. Last time we were in a golden age was Atlantis, and there's a lot of secrets kept hidden. So he's beating around the bush when it comes to mysticism, Atlantis, spiritual ego, spirituality. It's all beating around the bush, keeping secrets. Only when humanity is ready, when humanity actually sees that side, will it fully be revealed. But right now, humanity is being initiated.